everybody, welcome to Feast in the Middle East. It's me, Blanche, and I am baking up a frenzy this year. Are you guys? I don't know if it's because I'm cooped up in the house more often than usual, which is kind of dangerous, but that's okay because I actually enjoy baking for friends and family. I'm giving away a lot of it, and I always like to show off something new whenever I get together with the family over the holidays. This year was no exception, and I'm super excited because for this particular recipe, I partnered up with Ziyad Brothers. Now, if you guys don't know about Ziyad brand, they are one of my favorite Middle Eastern Mediterranean brands. I love their products, particularly two are indispensable in my kitchen. One being their tahini, which is like a liquid gold. It's super smooth, beautiful sesame flavor. And the second is their date paste, which I incorporate in all sorts of sweets, like the mamul cookies, which I made earlier on my channel. Today, I'm using these two ingredients for an unconventional tart, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make it right here on Feast in the Middle East. Okay, are you guys ready for it? These are chocolate tahini tarts with a date walnut crust with warming spices. Now you might be wondering, Blanche, why are you combining tahini and chocolate? Well, tahini is sort of like the peanut butter of the Middle East. We eat it with sweet as well as savory items, and I thought it would pair beautifully with chocolate, just like peanut butter pairs great with chocolate. Except tahini is even better because it's loaded with calcium and fewer people are allergic to it. The crust is made with dates as a binder, and for that reason, I really didn't even have to add any sugar to the crust. Isn't that great? This tart is gluten-free, egg-free, with no sugar added except for the chocolate that I used. And if you want, you can use sugar-free chocolate. Using the date paste and the tahini, I'm gonna show you how to make an exotic, delicious tart that will be a welcome addition to your holiday table. Are you guys ready? It just needs a few ingredients. I'm gonna go to the kitchen right now and show you how it's done. Okay, let's get started with the crust. In a food processor, add 1.5 cups of walnuts, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/8 teaspoon or just a dash of nutmeg. Now we are going to pulse this until it forms coarse crumbs. We got the dates. I use about half a package, which is about 7 ounces of dates. This takes out the work of having to pit all the dates and puree them, and it turns out a lot smoother and makes the dough much faster. To bind it all together, just a couple of tablespoons of nut butter. I use sunflower seed butter, but you could use almond, cashew, whatever you prefer. Keep pulsing until it forms a dough. I'm pressing the dough into 4 mini tart pans, but if you don't have mini ones, no problem. You could press it into a 9-inch tart or pie pan. Just make sure you press the dough evenly around the bottom and the sides. How about that? You don't even need to bake them in the oven. They're all set to go. Now it's time to melt the chocolate. You could use white, dark, or milk, whatever you prefer. Just put it in a double broiler like I'm doing now. And once the water boils, you can stir around the chocolate. I added 1/4 cup of cream. Stir until melted and smooth. If you want, you could also melt the chocolate in the microwave 30 seconds at a time. Make sure you take it out and stir before putting it back in. It only takes a couple of minutes on the stovetop to melt the chocolate nice and smooth. After this step, I add 1/4 cup of that beautiful Ziyad tahini that I was telling you about. Just to give you a visual reference, I made another batch using dark chocolate to satisfy everyone's chocolate preferences. After the chocolate has cooled about 10 minutes, now it's time to fill up the tartlets. Or conversely, if you're using a 9-inch pie, you can also just pour the whole thing into that same pie pan. Now here's the fun part where you could get creative. I'm partial to slivered almonds and edible flower petals, but you can use chocolate shavings, sprinkles, pomegranate seeds, dried fruit, coconut, or any kind of nuts you wish. Put them in the refrigerator for a couple of hours for the chocolate to set. And the great thing is, after you make these, they're good for a week in your refrigerator, ready whenever you need to entertain. You get a load of these beauties. Now I wish I could eat from them right now, but I am taking them to a friend's house. I hope you all have happy baking experiences in your kitchen. Here in California, I'm not gonna lie, lockdown is pretty intense. and it can get to me sometimes, but just making something like this really lifts my spirits and hopefully lifts the spirits of those that I give them to. Until next time, I want to say thank you so much for the sweetest DMs that you've been leaving me on Instagram, as well as here on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm so grateful for all of you. And you really do keep things going for me when things can get pretty tough. And for those that are new, please feel free to subscribe. You'll get my latest videos as soon as I upload them. Until next time, I wish you a happy and safe holiday, and I'll see you soon. I love giving discounts to those of you that watch the video from start to finish, so here goes. Go to feastinthemiddleeast.com, click on the cookbook tab, get 10% off between now and Christmas if you use promo code HOLIDAYSALE10. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's for a limited time only.